Hello, welcome to the Learn English Lab.
Hello.
Today we're doing a deep dive into some really useful C1 level English vocabulary, specifically words starting with the letter N.
That's right. The idea is to move beyond just knowing the definition, to really get a feel for the nuance.
Yeah, exactly. How these words add a bit more maybe sophistication or precision when you're speaking or writing.
Tools to help you express yourself more clearly, more effectively.
Okay, so let's jump right in. First up is namely. It sounds a bit formal.
It can be, yeah. Namely, think of it as a signal. Like, okay, I'm about to give you the specifics now.
So you make a general statement and then namely introduces the details.
Precisely. It clarifies things.
Yeah.
So instead of just saying, we need certain skills.
You'd say, we need certain skills, namely data analysis and critical thinking.
Spot on. Or several renewable energy sources are growing, namely solar and wind power. It just lists them out clearly.
Got it. Very useful for specifying. Okay, next. Nationwide. Seems straightforward enough.
It is, generally. It just means happening or existing across the whole country, the entire nation.
Right, so it can be an adjective, like a nationwide search.
Exactly, describing the search. Or you could have a nationwide health initiative.
And an adverb too, right? How something is done.
Yeah, like the new policy will be rolled out nationwide. Tells you the scope of the action.
Okay, clear. What about naval?
Naval.
Yeah.
This one's all about a country's navy. Ships, personnel, operations, anything to do with the sea forces.
So you talk about a naval base or naval history.
Correct. Military contexts, historical discussions often use it. Just be careful.
Oh, I know this one. Don't mix it up with naval, your belly button.
Exactly. Completely different. Good reminder.
Okay, moving on. Neglect. This one feels a bit negative.
It usually is, yes. Neglect. It can be a verb to fail to care for something or someone properly.
Like someone might neglect their duties or sadly neglect a pet.
Right. It implies a lack of necessary attention, often with bad consequences. And it can also be a noun.
The state of being neglected.
You might see an old building falling into ruin due to neglect. It's the result of that lack of care.
A sense of responsibility being missed. Okay, how about neighboring?
Neighboring simply means located nearby, adjacent, or next to something else.
So like neighboring countries or the neighboring town.
Yeah. It suggests closeness without getting too specific about the distance. They're just nearby.
And there's that spelling thing, right?
Oh, good point. Yes. British English often uses neighboring with a U. American English usually drops the U, so neighboring. Just something to be aware of.
Useful tip. Okay, nest. This one sounds cozy.
It often does. Primarily, a nest is, what a bird builds for its eggs.
Right, like a bird building its nest.
But we use it metaphorically, too. Someone might make a nest for themselves on the sofa with blankets. Or you can use it as a verb, to nest.
You settle in somewhere comfortably, like nesting in a new apartment.
Exactly. It evokes that feeling of creating a safe, cozy space.
Nice. Okay, net. This word seems to do a lot of work.
It really does. Super versatile. It can be a noun, obviously, like a fishing net, or the net in soccer, or tennis.
Okay, and a verb.
Yep. To net, something can mean to catch it, like with a net, but also, crucially, to gain or earn something, especially profit.
So a company might net a huge profit.
Correct. And then there's the adjective form, net, meaning the final amount after all deductions.
Like net income or net weight?
That's the one. So context is really key with net.
Definitely. Okay, what about newsletter? We see these all the time.
We do. A newsletter is basically a regular publication, often digital now, sent out to subscribers.
With news or updates from, say, a company or an organization.
Exactly. Businesses use them for marketing. Clubs use them to announce events. Schools use them to communicate with parents. Very common.
Makes sense. Next, niche. I hear this a lot in business talk.
You do. A niche, as a noun, is a specialized segment of the market or a specific area of interest or expertise. It's like a small, focused corner.
So finding your niche means finding that specific area where you fit or can succeed.
Right. Like a niche market for, handmade instruments. And it can be an adjective to niche products.
Meaning products for that specific small market?
Yep. Tailored to that group.
Oh,
and pronunciation can vary a bit. Some say Naya, some say Nessun. Both are generally understood.
Good to know. Okay, noble. This one feels elevated.
It does have that feel. As an adjective, noble describes high moral qualities, honor, courage, dignity, like a noble act or a noble cause.
Admirable qualities. Does it still mean aristocracy?
It can, as a noun, a noble, meaning someone of high social rank. But that usage is much less common today. Mostly, we use the adjective form for moral quality.
Got it. Virtue and honor. Okay, a simpler one. Nod.
Very simple, very common. The verb to nod is just that up and down head movement. And the noun a nod is the movement itself.
We use it for agreement, right? She nodded her head.
Agreement, greeting, acknowledgement. Sometimes just to show you're listening, a quick nod can say a lot without words.
True. Okay, nominate. That sounds official.
It usually is. To nominate someone is to formally propose them for something, an award, a job, an elected position.
Like you nominate a colleague for Employee of the Month.
Exactly. Or a committee might nominate candidates for president. It's putting someone's name forward for consideration.
And that leads us to nomination.
Right, the noun form. The nomination is the act of nominating, or the state of being nominated.
So you could talk about the nomination process.
Yes, or say that receiving the nomination was a great honor. It signifies that official proposal or recognition.
Which brings us to nominee.
The nominee is the person who has been nominated. The candidate, essentially.
Like the nominees for Best Actor?
A perfect example. The person who was in the running after being nominated.
Okay, that trio makes sense. How about nonetheless? It feels like however.
It's very similar to however or nevertheless. Nonetheless basically means despite that. You introduce a contrast.
So something happens, but something else happens anyway.
Kind of, like the journey was long and difficult. Nonetheless, they arrived safely. It stresses the outcome happened despite the difficulty. It often sounds a bit more formal.
Okay. Despite X, Y happened. Got it. Next, nonprofit.
Nonprofit. This describes organizations or activities that aren't primarily about making money. Their goal is usually social, charitable, educational.
So it can be an adjective, like a nonprofit organization.
Yes. Or a noun, she works for a nonprofit, referring to the organization itself. Think charities, foundations, community groups.
Their focus is the mission, not the profit.
Okay, how about nonsense?
Nonsense. Pretty straightforward. It just means something that's silly, illogical, meaningless, or just plain wrong.
Like if someone's making wild claims, you might say, that's complete nonsense.
Exactly. Or telling someone to stop talking nonsense. It's a dismissal of something absurd or foolish.
Right. Easy enough? Noon.
Very specific. Noon is 12 o'clock midday, 12 p.m. sharp.
Simple. Let's meet at noon.
Or the sun was highest at noon. Just marks that midpoint of the day. Okay. Notable. What does that add beyond just important?
Notable suggests something is worthy of attention because it's remarkable or significant. It stands out. Maybe more than just important.
So a scientist might make notable contributions to their field, meaning significant standout contributions.
Precisely. Or a city could be notable for its architecture. It's a key attention-worthy feature.
And notably, the adverb.
Notably highlights something specific that is remarkable or significant. It's like saying especially or in particular.
Okay. Like the team improved notably in their defense, singling out the defense.
Exactly. Or many countries attended, notably Brazil and India. It draws attention to specific, significant examples.
Got it. Highlights the standout parts. Okay, notify sounds like inform.
It is like inform, but usually more formal or official. To notify someone is to give them official notice or information about something.
So a company might notify customers of a data breach. It's a formal alert.
Yes. Or you might be asked to notify the organizers if you can't attend. It implies a required, often written communication.
Okay, official informing. Next, notorious. This sounds negative again, like neglect.
It definitely is. Notorious means famous, but for something bad or undesirable. It's like infamous.
So not just famous, but famous for the wrong reasons. A notorious criminal.
Exactly. Or a place could be notorious for its bad weather. It has a well-known negative reputation.
Okay, so famous is neutral or positive. Notorious is negative. Good distinction. Novel. Two meanings here.
Yep. As an adjective, novel means new, original, innovative. Something not seen before.
Like a novel approach to solving a problem, a fresh idea.
That's it. And then the very common noun, a novel, is a book-length work of fictional prose.
Right, like reading a good novel. Two quite different meanings for the same word.
Indeed. Context tells you which one is intended.
Okay, last one. Nursery. This seems to have a few meanings too.
It does. A nursery can be a place where young children are cared for, like a daycare.
Okay, a nursery school.
Or it can be a place where plants are grown and sold. A garden nursery.
Right, buying plants at the nursery.
And thirdly, it can be the room in a house specifically for a baby or young child.
Ah, decorating the baby's nursery. So again, context is everything.
Absolutely. Childcare plants or a baby's room.
Wow, okay. That was quite a tour through the N's at C1 level.
It was. And you can see how each word offers a slightly different shade of meaning, a different way to be more specific or expressive.
Definitely. The challenge, as always, is to start using them, right? Try to incorporate them into your own English.
Think about where you could swap out a simpler word for one of these more precise ones. Did any particular word give you an aha moment today?
Yeah, maybe think about that. And are there other C1N words you know? Where would they fit in? It's all about building that active vocabulary.
Keeps the learning process going.
Absolutely. Well, if you found this deep dive helpful, we'd love it if you'd like this video, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to the Learn English Lab YouTube channel for more explorations of the English language.
Thanks for joining us.